be an Ita bag. It's kind of like an Ita bag. This is my little drawing, my concept stuff. I made a prototype out of muslin. It's like roughly the size of my computer, so I can take that, and then I have a little pocket. This area is gonna be where I cover in pins and everything, and it's gonna have plastic. I'm going to put like little snaps along the top, and that'll be how I open and close it, and then like maybe about this much on the bottom, something like that, that I sew up, so then if anything falls, it has like a little pocket in there. It's gonna be fully lined with a computer pocket and probably some other mini pockets on the other side. I find this interesting. The bottom looks like one panel, even though this little pocket is about an inch deep, and then another inch, 2.5 inches in the body. The bottom is one panel. But on the inside, there's 2 panels that make up the larger body and the smaller pocket, and then a third piece hides all that. I thought that was interesting. Anyway, that's my plan. I do not have any zippers, and I do not have any pockets. No, I do not have any zippers, and I do not have any plastic. So I'm gonna have to go get those. I have this blue fabric that I have reclaimed, and that's gonna be the base of my bag. And then I have this really nice blue fabric with moons on it. I was gonna make the front pocket out of this, the mini little pocket, but I washed it, so now it's gotten very soft. But I might just use it anyway. I might put like some muslin behind it or something to make it a bit stiffer. I don't know yet. In the solid blue fabric, I cut out the body of the bag and the 2 side panels, along with the bottom panel. I then cut out 2 long strips that I will attach the zipper to. For the front pocket, as I said earlier, I did end up backing it with muslin since the fabric got so soft. And I did that by overlapping the 2 fabrics and then just pinning them both together. The front pocket also has a zipper in it, but there is no seam where the zipper is supposed to be. So to do this, I basically used like a welting method, like for a pocket. I marked the edge of either side of the zipper in chalk, and then I marked a horizontal line connecting them. I then moved on to the lining and did basically the exact same thing, but the front pocket has no lining, so I didn't bother doing anything for that. It was just the major pocket, and then a bunch of smaller pieces for pockets. Using the solid blue fabric, I cut out some long strips and turned it into like a bias tape, but not on the bias, and I attached it to the tops of all the pockets. I decided to do 4 different pockets. This is the computer pocket, which I basted to one side of the body, adding a little pleat in either corner to allow for the thickness of the computer. I also put a little tiny pencil pocket on top of a second pocket and just basted those on as well. And then I sewed on the side panels of the lining and the base of the bottom of the lining. For the body of the bag, I made 1 long strip out of the moon fabric and attached it to these 2 side panels to use as little hooks. I should have tacked it like in the middle or something, as well as the outsides, but I didn't, so I would definitely do that next time. I then moved on to the front pocket. So I sewed one side of the zipper to the top of the chalk line I drew, and then opened the zipper and flipped the other side of it also upside down. I then cut down that chalk line, cut at an angle to the end of each stitch line. While the zipper is still open, I flip the seam allowances inside and it's all flat and good. I then top stitched around the whole thing just to make sure it's all secure, and added a ribbon along the seam allowances just to avoid any fraying because I didn't want to line it. And then the completed zipper looks like that. Now this pocket is not flat, so I added like a pleat at the top of the pocket to give it depth. I also covered the seam allowance at that top side with the ribbon to avoid fraying as well. I then connected that to the body and basted it on the sides and started sewing in the bottom, and then realized I didn't put the plastic in. So after tearing that whole thing off, I took out my plastic and my bias tape, which actually is on the bias this time. I just sewed it directly onto the plastic, which worked really well. I then basted that to the top of the pocket and then sewed the top of the pocket back onto the body, the exact same as before. I then connected the side panels to the front. So I did not do the zipper in the most thought out way, because I don't know what I'm doing. But I sewed each side of the zipper to a long rectangular piece, and then I sewed another long rectangular piece but of lining onto the back sides of the zipper, and then I top stitched both. As I was sewing the fabric attached to the zipper, I also put in a little loop to hang the backpack and 2 backpack straps. Before adding the lining, I added 3 little snaps into the plastic and the body of the backpack. Now I should have added 5, one more on either side of the bag, but I didn't. Oops. But the way you use these is you put a little hole and you put the backing and then the one side of the snap and just push them together, and then do the same for the other side. I used little gray snaps because I thought it matched the moons. I then sewed 2 inches up the bottom of the plastic to create that little pocket. Then connected the lining piece that is attached to the zipper to the lining body. I then connected that 3rd piece of the base. The method of attaching this bottom means I had to top stitch one side, so I chose to top stitch the back, which was hard because of the placement of those little strappy things. Break down the pockets. We have the front pocket, which I hold my wallet and keys and such in. The plastic sheet opens with snaps at the top and has a little pocket in the bottom in case pins fall, and they just snap back closed. On the side, the little loops are perfect for holding keychains. In the large pocket, it holds a laptop. In the computer pocket, with not much room for larger items, there is more than enough room for notebooks, pens and pencils, my headphones in a separate pocket, and a phone charger. Okay, bye!